What in the hell is this?
Warning, this show has outdated attitudes, language, and views which may cause offense today. If you don't like it, suck it.
This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're crying in space! And we're crying in space. Greetings, one and all, and welcome. Happy Thanksgiving. But I tell you what, guys, we're already getting into the bottle after what I can only describe as the most convoluted, condescending, can't think of any more cons. Oh my God, con episode I've ever seen in Star Trek history. I don't know what my panel thinks yet, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Navarre, formerly known as the planet Vulcan, and the return of Sanja San, the cocaine possession charge of Michal Burnham's mother. She was so just upset that she could never live up to the ideals of Michal Burnham that she went out and she got herself in a load of trouble. And welcome Purple Valkyrie, one half of Tag Team Valkyrie, filling in for Samantha Joe this morning.
Good morning.
Welcome Dave Bob, my co-host today.
Good morning.
Welcome Bird of Prey 5.
Hello world. It's Bird of Prey 5, Kapla.
Hail Karoga Bird.
Absolutely. Hail Karoga, hail Valhalla.
Hail Valhalla and Rambling Canuck.
Oh, Loki, I'm moving to 19107 Seagram Road in Gimli after watching this, because that's where Crown Royal's dispensary is. It is only 2.5 hours north of my house. That is a risk I'm willing to take. Fuck it.
Well, brother, my Skull vodka is bottled there, I believe. Dan Aykroyd, wonderful Canadian man that I love so much, who invented Skull vodka. I think that's bottled there too. So I'm on my way. I'll be there in 18 hours. Oh, or I'll just, tap my shirt and immediately transport there because that's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just tap my nipple.
2 taps to go home.
Yeah, 2 taps.
Double
nipple.
tap.
Double tap to the nipple.
3 taps to interrupt people having sex and then fucking turbo lift.
Yeah, and Colin P. Smith, you made Purple watch this. What kind of boss are you? A maniacal one. The whip was out this morning. Get in there! Get in there! I don't care what you smell. Oh, that's Star Wars.
Yes, boss.
Oh, what a just I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, they're going to Vulcan. No, they went to Navarre, ladies and gentlemen. Vulcan has been renamed Navarre after a Disney villain.
Navarre? I thought they went to the bar because that's where I wanted
that was
to
us.
go.
That was us.
That's where everybody on the
I
panel
must have
headed.
missed something.
Where everybody knows your name. Dun dun dun. Oh man, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know. Are they that high on their own supply of gas that they are releasing in the writer's room that they Unification Part 3? Unification Part 3. We'll do Part 3 from Next Gen. And you know what? I ladies and gentlemen, they showed Spock. They showed Leonard Nimoy's Spock. And it was a clip from Unification Part 2 where he's talking to Picard. And I was pissed off. I was so pissed. I was almost
They had no right.
How dare they use a better actor, a better script, a better scene? They haven't proven themselves.
Somebody has to go and check Nimoy's grave. I think his casket's spinning. Like, seriously, what the hell?
And I'm going to go to Prince Persia.
They have pretty much, they have pretty much just disrespected and just shat all over his legacy with this episode.
Just so for those of you who don't know, in my office here, I have a plaque I have a dedication plaque for the Enterprise D. That is one of the few next gen things I have up on the wall. I've got some little knickknacks and toys, but I've got another portrait of the entire TOS crew together. I have a framed artist rendition of Spock with Vulcan in the background. That was given to me by my aunt after she passed away. And I have, what are those sticky things, like giant stickers, or like giant stickers, fat heads or whatever, of all of Spock. I've got this, like poster thing with nothing but giant fat head stickers of Spock. Spock has always been my favorite character. And to see them use him this way, Leonard Nimoy Spock. You know what? You want to use Pecker Spock for some kind of backflash or flashback. I can't even talk right because I'm so pissed. Whatever. But using Leonard Nimoy, I don't care if it's a hologram. I don't care if it's a video. I don't care what it is. It's so disrespectful to the crew that made that episode in Next Gen. It's disrespectful to TOS. It's disrespectful to the movies. And I'm just, and to see the look, oh, I'm going to cry because that's Spock. It's Spock and I'm going to cry. Bitch, you don't care and you don't have the right. If you cared, if you gave a shit, if you really gave a shit about any of that, you would not be shitting all over this series. And the picture I've got up in the back, the thumbnail you guys got this morning, that's immediately how the episode starts out. I'm the bestest ever. And this episode, this series, this crew, this ship is all about me. It's all about Michal Burnham. And it makes me sick.
Well, she was the whole reason for unification in TNG, remember? She was the one who influenced Spock to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she finished the job. Yeah.
This episode just reinforced that everything Spock ever did was because of her. And there was even a line that specifically said, I think that said the Vulcan president or the Navarre president, who of course is a woman.
Of course.
Said that, she told me that she thinks Spock was only the man he was because of the sister he had.
Yeah. Oh, I threw up a little in my mouth when that happened.
And you know what?
Mhm.
If they had grown up and they'd been together for, 50, 60, 70, 80% of their lives, maybe. Okay. She was with him, what, 10 years? Maybe 12, maybe 12, 13 years. I don't know. Not very long did they live together. And then they went their separate ways. Spock lived to be, what, 200 years old? I think at some point he became his own man.
I think there's going to be a lot of silence during this because we're just mourning and we got to have periods of silence.
I think also
For
the
how
issue
long
is-
till they have hologram Kirk?
It'll be coming. I think also the issue is we've watched this episode and we just don't know what the hell we just watched.
No, we don't.
Feelings, crying, whispering feelings.
And Tilly is the first officer.
Well, she's first, second, third, fourth, and fifth officer.
Yeah. Sorry.
And a $5 super chat from Eris of Chaos. Thank you so very much, Eris of Chaos. And she shows a little pair with a mic drop. Boom. Thank you, Eris. Thank you so very much. And welcome, Ord's Board, Eastland Burkholder, Dacoon, Bartleby, Gun Bunny. I know I didn't say good morning to everybody. I'm just so pissed. I can't. Pod Racing Palpatine, Pat Steven Seagal, Chris Persia, the Wrench of Wrenches, Ords, Jedi Bill 797 says hello, Purple Valkyrie. Guys, I know if I'm quiet, it's because genuinely I'm just almost speechless over what I just watched. I am. I think the panel is too.
Mhm. It's Thanksgiving and we've got nothing to thank Kurtzman for because this was just shit.
This was his Thanksgiving gift to Trekkies. Is this shit?
Well, there were end credits, right? So we can be thankful for that.
Yeah. But it also showed the next episode.
Oh, yeah. Good God.
Yeah.
They could have just skipped that this week.
Yeah. Well, and it also proved that no matter what she does, even getting demoted, she still is the most important person ever because she
of
gets
course.
sent on this mission.
Yeah.
She's not being
She's the
reprimanded.
only one.
Yep,
She's the only one.
Admiral
Only one who can
Vance.
do it.
Admiral Vance, exact words. You're the only one. You're the only one. Like, how do they even know Spock had a sister
Yeah.
900 something years later? Was Spock that revered that the sister he barely knew is a mythical figure to the Vulcans now?
Well, if we're supposed to buy the whole bullshit that, they were kept secret, he wouldn't have told anybody. So they wouldn't know that he had one. Or as far as they're concerned, she's dead. If they did know.
15 minutes in and we're still contemplating the reality of having watched this episode, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't even really talked about because we don't know. It was all participation trophies.
Oh, yeah, she
All
got
of
her
it.
fucking thing, did that whole fucking thing, and then, oh, yeah, here you go.
I lay down on my sword for the crew, for the Federation, for Star Trek, for Starfleet, and I'm gonna get what I want anyway.
I want to ask Bird a question. Bird, that ritual that they were going through to get to the truth, has that ever been mentioned before?
I would say 99% sure. No, they just made that up.
No,
Yeah.
we've never seen that before, ever.
Maybe in a book, but certainly not in Alpha canon.
So basically, the same as the name of the planet. They just pulled it out of their ass.
For those who don't understand the question, they get to Vulcan or Navarre, and they wanted to get data, and for some reason, the Vulcans / Romulans who live on Navarre now, they don't want to give the data to the Federation. And so Michal Burnham is like, well, do you guys still practice the old ways? And the president of Vulcan says, yes, we do. So then Michael makes up this word that we've never heard of, like a Tekvlar ritual. It's like, I demand Tekvlar as a graduate of the Vulcan Science Academy. I demand Tekvlar, whatever it is. And she's like, well, that is your right. And so the president gets pissed off and I don't know, leaves, or the hologram leaves. So then she has to explain. She's like, yes, every graduate is allowed to request this ritual where basically it's like defending your thesis. All the smartest Vulcans come up, they give her a chance to speak, and then she gets a chance. He's like, it's the only way we have a chance to get our hands on the data. And so that's what they do. But then, surprise, surprise, she gets an advocate who is now a Kawat Malat, which are the Romulan warrior nuns that we saw in Star Trek Picard. Loki, you didn't see us yet, but they're in Star Trek Picard.
I did.
You did see it? Okay.
Yeah, we did. Me and Canuck battled to the death over a lot of.
Okay. He keeps saying you're going to watch Picard. So
season 2.
Season
2. He's going to make me watch season 2.
At the end of season 1,
be a season 2.
At the end of season 1, he's like, I'm not watching season 2. Well, now he is.
Okay.
Because I put Canuck through this. I've got to suffer through season 2 of Picard.
So this Romulan nun beams up. Her face is veiled, and of course she opens her veil, and it's Michal Burnham's crack addicted mother, cocaine addicted mother. Like, why is she there? Why is she a Romulan now? You can't see her ears, but why is she masquerading as a Romulan nun? None of these questions have answers. She's there, and she's kind of an asshole to Michael. She's not even very nice to Michael. She's really Michael's biggest critic. I mean, understand, she could have gone back in time and raised her daughter. She decided to leave her daughter to be raised as an orphan rather than save her, because she was never dead. She's perfectly fine.
She even said that. Go ahead, Dave.
I was just saying she just wanted to get away from Michael.
Can't blame her, to be fair.
She even says that. She even brings that up. I abandoned you. What did she say? I abandoned you, or I left you, or whatever the fuck she said.
Left you.
Orphaned.
She had a time machine. Orphaned. She had a time machine. You had a fucking time machine. You know what I do with a time machine? Oh, I missed my baby girl's big game. Yeah. You just time travel back and you see it. You don't worry about none of that. You've got a time machine. There's what do they say at the end of the time machine? He's got all the time in the world.
Yep.
You had an Iron Man suit that took you through time, Miss Red Angel. I believe she was doing some red dust, but no wonder they called her the Red Angel.
Yeah, probably right out of fucking. That picture was after Discovery. You don't want to know what she looked at after that.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're gonna get behind and what we're gonna bring to the table. This is Michal Burnham's mother.
And I have never seen so much crying in any episode. Everybody was crying.
Oh, there's no crying in space. I felt like what's his name in the girl baseball movie, A League of Their Own. There's no crying in baseball. But no, yes. Oh, twisting my nipples. Yes. I'm gonna twist my nipples and look at Tilly and say, yes. Yeah. Oh, there's crying in fucking space. There's crying in space. It's all one big crises, as would say, crises, everyone, crises.
And I'm sorry, but how many of those like lieutenants, second lieutenants, and all that gotta be just pissed
My
because now an
nipples hurt
ensign
now.
outranks them? Just saying, you know, thought.
My nipples hurt now.
You know what? I think I was right. I think what happened was somebody had mentioned Wesley Crusher being the most annoyingest, obnoxious, self-righteous character in Star Trek, and then they turned around and the writers went, "Hold my beer. We're gonna go write Tilly." Fuck.
No one can hear you cry in space unless you use sonar. Thank you, Chris Persia. Thank you. Is this worse than the second Starbucks being an angel after dying in a fighter ship crash?
It is to me.
Okay.
Either.
I think I put it perfectly well. If we have wrestling fans in the chat, you'd swear Vince Russo was ghostwriting this shit. That's all I gotta say. Vince Russo is ghostwriting.
You know, I get emotion. I get emotions. I get that people have emotions. There was crying at in the last episode of Deep Space Nine, but we have seen crying in every episode of this show this season. They have cried. Burnham cried when she landed the Iron Woman suit. They cried at the end of the second episode when Burnham saved Discovery. They cried in the next episode. They cried during the Trill episode. Fucking Tilly cried when she hugged the tree. They're crying in this episode now. Every fucking episode of this show, they have cried.
And did I mention they made Tilly the first officer?
Oh.
Well, I was just
No.
That was just so the engineering crew could be safe to put snacks in the fridge again.
You made an ensign a first officer. You made a bird, Star Trek. They have never
unstable and incompetent ensign. Yes,
they have never.
Poor Harry
ever.
Kim.
Yeah,
Went years and years and years as an ensign.
They never have made an ensign a first officer, have they?
I've never heard of it.
Well, technically in JJ Trek, they went from cadets to captains and first officers, but that's JJ.
I'm at a loss.
No serious crew ever did it, though.
And the Discovery crew is far from a serious crew. They're all freaking incompetent.
And I can see them arguments already. But Loki, you're forgetting about the episode of DS9 with Red Squad. He was a captain. That's because there was nobody there that was an experienced official officer. It was a boatload of fucking cadets that had to take over a Defiant class warship, and they all fucking died.
And truly, when Nog got there, he should have taken command.
That's right.
He's like, I'm an actual Starfleet officer. You're relieved.
Well, no, because the captain gave him a battlefield commission. The captain gave the lead cadet a battlefield commission of captain, and that cadet went on to promote his ensign trainees to official officers. But that didn't even keep because he made Nog a lieutenant commander, and Nog got busted back down to an ensign after all that shit was over. So Starfleet didn't even recognize that they were officially officers. Otherwise, he would have kept his lieutenant commander rank.
True. That's what I'm saying. They were not recognized, but I guess it wasn't Nog's decision to make to recognize them or not.
Because if Starfleet had, he would have been the youngest captain to ever command a starship. If they would have made it out of there and they had to actually made him a captain, which they wouldn't have because he was an addict. He was getting high on stims. Then he would have been the youngest captain to ever have served in Starfleet at that point. I think the woman before that was the one that Picard met that was like in the weird alien takes over your body episode at the end of season, what, 1? Was it the end of season 1?
So
Loki,
what you're saying is he was getting off of the propulsion drive of the Discovery.
Oh.
Yeah, magic mushroom.
God. Roll those magic mushrooms, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, I know. I'm Floki. Just call me a Skarsgård, unofficial Skarsgård. If we are bouncing all over the place, it's because they bounced all over the place in this episode.
Mhm.
Yes, Tilly is the first officer. An ensign just bitch slapped the rest of the crew, and they said yes, yes, yes.
And got all the people who would have been ahead of her
Yeah.
to stand up in a room and tell her that it was okay. She's their first officer. In fact, they wanted her to be their first officer because they would follow her anywhere because she's the greatest.
Well, and a meat shield.
Second
but-
greatest.
Yeah, she's at the cover. Yeah.
Second greatest, because Burnham already countermanded an order like right away as soon as she showed up.
Of course
After
she did.
Burnham, she told Burnham to do something, and Burnham was like, "When I'm goddamn ready, I'll do it."
Yeah. So he says, "Okay, Michael, your first off is to go do this." And Michael's like, "We'll all do this." Like, no, I told you to do it. Like, we'll all do it. No, that's
They
not
need to
how it
go-
works.
They need to go into the spore room where he does all the piloting of the ship so they can have a private conversation when the people outside can just hear everything you're saying.
Yeah.
I love that. Is it soundproof? No, they can just tap on the glass and hear you.
Tilly smelled sandwich.
So wait, a white ginger woman got special treatment over the minority officers, not Barry Kurtzman. No, not Barry Kurtzman.
I
Colin
was a
Beasley.
little surprised at that.
That was my major problem with Star Trek 2009. No way would they have been able to keep their ranks after the crisis ended. But Pike was an admiral, so Pike could make it happen. If that's what Pike wanted for the Enterprise and he had the pull, Pike could make it happen. Picard went from a lieutenant to a captain. Picard went from a lieutenant to a captain. He took over the Stargazer in the middle of a crisis and became its captain. So it can happen, but you get rank. Tilly's not a fucking commander. Tilly's an ensign. And they make that very clear in this episode. Are y'all ready to take orders from someone who's a lower rank than you? Oh, I would love to. I take it in the back all the time.
Yes, sir. I'll have another.
Tilly and Burnham, please report to the airlock. Please report to the airlock.
And step around a bookship while you're at it, yeah. Since it's blocking the entire bay.
Oh, yeah. They don't need that anyway.
We're going to robo-chick you. Shoot you out in
Robert-
the face.
Robert Verlinden, that was your problem, not retconning the whole universe.
We're just in shock. I think that's what it is.
I just
Oh my god, what did we watch? And I've noticed it was even more noticeable in this episode whenever Burnham gets really intense, she starts to whisper because that's what she does. So she was whispering in the corridors. She was whispering when she was doing that freaking trial.
I think the easiest way to explain it is the whole goddamn building's on fire and we all showed up with a bucket of water. It's like, oh shit, where do we throw this first? Fuck. You know, like it's just like
I think we just stick our heads in the bucket at this stage.
yeah, it's just like fuck it. Let her burn, baby. Let her burn.
Yeah, I think I made the statement before this started that I really didn't know what we were going to talk about. It's just, just so horrendous.
Yitzy, brother. Just don't.
Yeah.
No.
You could skip this entire episode.
And the fact that they connected this to Unification Part 1 and 2 in TNG is just Burnham completed it. She completed Spock's work.
But Loki, there is one positive. They finally got something right. They finally did get something right in Discovery. They finally put the fucking gong in the Gong Show.
I thought I wanted them. I wanted her to fight to the death and get killed. I was looking for some weapons during that when they hit that gong.
Me too. That would have been worth watching. I noticed they talked about the Vulcans. They talked about the Romulans. There was another race connected to the Romulans that was completely skipped over.
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell happened to the Remans?
They all died. They all died on Romulus and Remus.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was page 4. They only read to page 3. Don't worry about it.
Why did they not say Spore Drive? They didn't say Spore Drive. Yeah, we have a means of transport. We are aware of the Spore Drive, yet no one said effing Spore Drive. Yeah, we are aware of Discovery's method of travel, but no one said Spore Drive.
Yeah, supposedly the Romulans and the Vulcans thought that the reason the burn happened was because of some program they were running, SB-19, which was some kind of experimental drive that worked similar to the mycelial network drive that Discovery uses.
Bet Steven actually knows what SB means. Stupid bullshit 19. That was from about 20 minutes ago. Stupid bullshit 19.
I'd go with that. No. I noticed a hell of a lot of techno babble as well that they used.
Could it also mean stab Burnham 19 times? Just thought.
And a Dega Outlaw, if they went through old episodes to find the tie-ins for their story, it proves they are deliberately destroying the franchise. They know what they are doing compared to the old classic. Dega's not wrong. They know exactly what they are doing. And I don't know Colin P. Smith. I don't know how much she knew. I don't know. But she knows something, and they're not going to tell you. She's not going to tell you. If we are all over the place, it's because this episode was just all over the place. Burnham enacts a privileged Vulcan Science Academy trial by combat, by verbal diarrhea combat called won't you want to lay me? And gets like the
she gets booked in this episode.
Yeah, she gets booked, or she books book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the two.
She booked book. And they have a dun 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 moment, but there is no combat because why would they do anything like that? And of course, it's all filled with I am Spock's sister. I am the daughter of Sarek. I am the daughter of Sarek. I am Spock's sister. Spock's sister, Spock's sister, Spock's sister, Spock's sister, daughter of Sarek. I am so just overwhelmed with the need to burn down CBS Studios. And the writers' room probably would be like, it's okay. We're Discovery writers. We'll be fine. No, you won't.
Yeah, and she actually gives up on her trial. She just withdraws her request, and yet she still wins.
Yeah, she still gets what she came for because she's
Yes,
Michal Burnham.
her participation trophy.
Yeah, and Durkoon, yes, thank you. Where was the promised science in the tribunal? More lip service to the concept of science.
There were some very overly emotional Vulcans, I noticed. Especially the ambassador or president or whatever the heck she was.
Yeah, I think the president wanted to get it on with Saru the way she was looking at him.
Oh my god. I can't.
Maybe she just wanted to eat him.
Where is the common sense? And yeah, that's a shitload of ones in chat. Because Dirk McManus asked, throw one out for common sense, folks. I want some common sense. I would like some common sense in this show. And there is none. And thank you, Naughty Monkey O'Rath. Yes, it's the thing. Thank you, John Carpenter. We'll burn it. Burn it with fire. I've got to get a flamethrower thing for a skull.
Kill it.
No. Loki. In the group chat in Twitter, I sent you the cure for all that ails us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's your new home, buddy.
I'm looking. I don't have anything. Oh, there it is. Crown Royal Center, aka Loki. Yeah, let's go. They have a really good Apple one. They have a really good Apple.
Just sit at the fucking tap. Fuck the bottle. There we go.
Yeah, just hook us
Discovery Day.
Hook us up to the barrels. Hook us up to the barrels. We'll be like Homer in the Duff Factory.
Yeah, we're fine.
Well, one good thing about this episode is the Slee stack wasn't popping in on everybody.
Yeah.
True.
Clearly that joke's run its course now.
Well, the other one that was completely missing from this is Mirror Universe chick.
Oh yeah, Giorgio.
Giorgio wasn't in this at all. Like neither start to finish.
Neither was what's her face, Tig Navarro or whatever.
Or the Doctor. Yeah, they're just set pieces. It's not a cast. You know, they just move people in and out as they need them in the background. And I think we even said earlier, looking at the main bridge crew, we still can't name them.
Nope.
Can Burnham sit out for a season or two?
No, because this is the Michal Burnham show. Everybody else is just stage dressing.
No, they can't be dressing. Tilly's there. There wouldn't be any left.
It is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I just, yeah, it is Thanksgiving, and this is not something that, honestly, I am that thankful for.
No. Would you say, arguably, this has been the worst episode so far of the season?
No, the troll
was worse.
The troll was worse. This is probably second. It was pointless. It was worthless. It was pandering. It was
disrespectful.
It was disrespectful. It completely dishonored the memory of
Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy. Thank you. I'm just.
Yeah, to me, this was the worst episode strictly because of what they did with Leonard Nimoy's character. They just totally butchered it. I mean,
I have to agree with Dave. not only did nothing happen in this episode, but what did happen disrespected everything that's gone before it. They stood on the shoulders of much better writers, much better actors, much better Trek.
Much better episodes that they're tagging on to.
Yeah, when will they learn to stop bringing up good actors and, remind us when shit made sense? That's what they did when they brought up Leonard Nimoy.
Well, that's what Kurtzman wanted, wasn't it? He's trying to appeal to the long-term fans by
but all that does is remind them that this is shit, right? Because then they start remembering those episodes and go, wait a second, this is all shit. Why would you send them back to that? It's like stupid. Just stupid.
You still with us, boss?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Boss is planning a plane ticket to Gimli. Where's the nearest damn airport I can land?
Yes, lady, run out of the room and go find the bathroom and throw up.
You'll just see Loki go shooting past like Forrest Gump on his way to the brewery.
He done polished off a crystal skull this morning.
I don't see how I couldn't. I honestly don't see how I couldn't. Loki doesn't drink in the morning. I'm not, I'm not into all that, but I'm seriously considering changing my ways, ladies and gentlemen, because that was the biggest ball of dren I have ever seen. That way, it's fucking horrible. It is absolutely positively horrible. There's nothing. I feel like that guy in the what's that Adam Sandler movie? We Are All Now Dumber from having heard this and witnessed this. May God have mercy on your soul. It doesn't get. It doesn't. Bird, have you? This isn't Star Trek.
I know. They crossed barriers. They crossed lines. But from what I hear, this is nothing compared to what's coming.
Oh, really?
The rumor is episodes 9 and 10 make this look like nothing. I don't know how much you want me to say, but
no, go ahead, please.
Guardian of Forever is coming back, I hear.
No.
That's what I hear. I can't confirm it, but if it's true, God have mercy on us all.
They'll get to change whatever.
Okay, so what days do I have to make sure that I have enough booze to
so
kill my kidneys?
It's not next week. It's not next week, but then the 2 episodes after that, I believe, are Terra Firma, like parts 1 and 2 or something. Mm-hmm. Those are the 2 episodes we need to worry about.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you asked and you shall receive. Burn it all in fire.
Perfect.
Skull.
Skull.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, okay. So they're bringing back the Guardian Forever. Of course, that's how they're going to get home. And they'll get home without the ship. And the Guardian, I am the Guardian of all time. I am Michal Burnham. I beseech you, Michael. You are the greatest ever in all of known history. I am humble before you. Name what you want, and it shall be yours. I wish to go back to my own time. They are unworthy of you, Michael. Stay here with me. No, bitch. You listen to me. We're going back. Anything you desire is yours.
Well, they had to find some way to get Giorgio back, I think, because they were originally going to, she was originally going to have her own series.
No. Pop it on the fucking nose with a piece of newspaper. No.
That's
Get the
CBS.
spray bottle. Get
Look
the
what you
spray
did.
bottle.
Yeah.
Listen, these are just unsubstantiated rumors, so don't get too upset yet. But
Bird, I would take your word for it, hon. If you say it's going to happen, I believe you.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying I've been told it's gonna happen. I have no reason to doubt it, considering what we've seen here today.
I wouldn't put anything past them at this point.
They need a way to get back, or at least a way for Georgiou to get back, or
Yes.
a way to redo something.
So
You
it's
need
So
just
the
cute.
Guardian
Day
Forever is
of
as easy as.
They need Q to come back and put that whole fucking ship on fucking trial.
The Guardian will be dying,
Say fire.
and Burnham will take his place.
They need to go back in time and suffocate Michal Burnham in her crib.
No. To make this entertaining, we need Q to come and put them on trial.
Or to just snap his
I'm
fingers.
the
That would
guilty.
be nice. But yeah, guilty.
Guilty.
I've always had a theory, and again, this is putting way, way too much credit to the Discovery writers. But, in some parts of Enterprise kind of made this look like that's not possible. But in my thought was the original use of the Guardian of Forever when McCoy went back and saved that woman. And then she went on to keep the U.S. out of World War II, and that changed all the history. I think that was the creation of the mirror universe.
Yes.
And that, basically Germany won World War II, and that led to the Terran Empire and that stage of events. So I think they trace back perhaps the mirror universe to diverging at the time the Guardian of Forever was first used. And maybe that's why they have to go to the Guardian of Forever to try to, prevent the mirror universe or save the mirror universe or something. But if I had to guess, that's why that would be my wild guess. And that is just a wild speculation.
There was a book, and of course this isn't canon, but there was a book written about the timelines in both. In the mirror universe, something Kirk, the mirror Kirk, who was still alive somehow when in the books, the different mirror universe, and he is still on Earth. He's actually in Iowa in a bunker on Earth. And they talk about the minute differences and how the Enterprise E never went back in time in the mirror universe. That was something that didn't happen. Obviously, because the Enterprise E didn't exist in the mirror universe. There was no Enterprise E in the future to go back and stop the Borg, and the Borg never attacked the mirror universe. But it was little things like the name of one of the colonies on the moon and the name of one of the first planets they visited. And it was all these little things that go back. They never talked about World War II, but it was the minute differences they talked about. And the fact that the Enterprise E never went back in time and met Cochrane. And I always thought that was like the key of what changed things. Maybe if the Enterprise E had never gone back and talked to Cochrane, and Cochrane didn't know he was going to be some future like inspiring presence, that the first thing he would have done if he'd never met the crew of the Enterprise is pull out that shotgun, blast the Vulcan, and they went and took the ship. But of course, none of that's canon.
Yeah.
Because it came out of a book.
And Enterprise kind of overwrites a lot of that because and the Enterprise mirror was it Broken Mirror or whatever?
Yes.
I'd still consider it more canon than Discovery.
Definitely. But you see, you don't exactly see when the mirror universe started, but you see it definitely started before Cochrane.
Yeah. If they end up doing that, I can't say. You know what? I avoided watching the show. I watched the first 4 episodes. As soon as they used the Spore Drive, I said, I'm out. And I listened to people's reviews. And I had to go back and catch back up to do this season, obviously. It was a snooze fest. It was cringe. It was stupid. The scene with the science officer in season 2 when he's mansplaining and I was just like, wow. But this whole 3rd season has just been trash and pander. And Michal Burnham is the bestest ever.
And crying. Don't forget the crying.
And crying every fucking episode. They're crying in a hallway or a room. And Purple, you pointed this out. What the fuck was the point of Stamets and Tilly going into the Spore Drive chamber when everybody outside can hear what they're saying and they can hear what people in? It was stupid. Let's go into this private room that everyone can hear us in.
Spore Drive capsule has donuts.
Well, that, and at the end of the room, she says, take this to the science deck. They were standing in the science deck. It's so fucking stupid.
Okay, final thoughts. Purple.
All right. I'm going to do my best Burnham, and I'm going to go really intense, and I'm going to whisper, this episode was shit. It was disrespectful. It was stupid, and I feel dumber for having watched it. I know there have been other episodes, but I would say this is the worst because of what it did to Leonard Nimoy. And I am not thankful for it. Not today.
You got a score?
We've been giving it 3. This knocks it down to 2. Actually, no. I'm going to knock it down to 1 because I hated it that much.
All right. Dave Bob.
I agree with everything she said. It really, I was pissed. I'm pissed after this episode, and all I can say is I don't see how it can get a whole lot worse. But I'm going to give it a 1 because it just literally, to me, has been the worst episode ever.
All right, and Chris Persia agrees because he just said Purple say shit. Damn!
Sorry, Chris.
Bird.
It's definitely worse than last week. And definitely not a good episode, but for whatever reason, it seemed like it went pretty quick. And it's like a poison pill, but you can swallow it easily. So I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. Maybe I'm being generous, but it's definitely worse than last week. So,
all right, Rambling Canuck.
I'm going to go with 2 because I don't want to go too much lower because, I have no optimism that they can write anything better than this, but I have lots of optimism that they can get worse.
Yeah, get ready to dust off your negative numbers, Eastland Burkholder. So, do you points? Rambling.
Okay, 2.
2.
And I think by the end of this, me and you are gonna have like a 2-4 beside each other, and it'll be okay. So how many beers did you drink during this? That's our rating. Fuck.
And we'll go
6 out of 24 or 12 out of 24. How many
Yes.
smashed bottles by the end of the show? Because you
That's-
threw it against the damn wall.
Yes, Fat Steven, the Picard universe is in the same universe as Discovery. Yes. They crossed that plane when Picard walked into Starfleet headquarters, and they had the Discovery Enterprise up in the rafters. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a 2. This is the second worst episode of this season. First being the Trill episode. That made me want to vomit. I love the Trill. I love that species. Obviously, I was completely enamored with Jadzia Dax. And Bird, you've got Ezri that shows up on your show. You've got the actress that plays Ezri.
Nicole DeBoer. She's so sweet.
Yes. You
She's
know,
awesome.
Hail Karoga. I hear her say that. I'm like, oh, Bird, you lucky son of a bitch. You lucky say Hail Karoga. I'm like, oh!
Welcome to the Bird of Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Yes, you lucky bastard. I tried to get Cass Andvar, but yeah, he's not on there anymore. I wonder why. No one from The Expanse is on there. So I give it a 2. It wasn't as bad as the Trill episode. To me, it's the worst episode besides that so far in the season. Michal Burnham. That is Star Trek Discovery, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for being here today. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. We didn't start the day off happy, but by God, I'm going to burn everything I have that says Star Trek Discovery on it, which I believe is one thing because I got a comm badge in one of those loot crate things. And I was like, no, it stays in the box. Stay in the box. I'll get everything else out, but you stay in the box. Every time he tries to get out, I'm like, no.
Well, it's an outdated comm badge now anyway.
Yeah, it's outdated comm badge anyway. I can't just transport wherever I want to go.
Well, it's Loki been Gimli a couple hours ago.
Oh, hooking myself up by IV to the Crown Royal plant. Just turn it on. Just turn it on. Don't worry about the levels or the pressure. If I blow out a vein, it'll be fine. Just turn it on. But thank you guys. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you, chat, for hanging out with us on this hour of talking about the worst Star Trek ever. I fucking hate Lower Decks, and I'd rather watch a fucking episode of Lower Decks than watch this shit.
At least it would have gone quicker. Yeah.
I would watch the last 5 minutes of Lower Decks season 1 for the rest of my life than watch this entire series. Just the last 5 minutes. You can only watch the last 5 minutes of this, or you can watch the whole series of Discovery. I'll watch the last 5 minutes of Lower Decks. Thank you. Thank you very much. So guys, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We will see you all next time. Thank you, Purple Valkyrie. She is one half of Tag Team Valkyrie. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now Saturdays on their channel. They do Rise and Shine with the Valkyries. We've got Dave Bob, my brother from another mother, who co-hosts with me on Thursdays and Fridays. Thank you so very much, Dave Bob. We have got Bird of Prey 5, ladies and gentlemen. Bird of Prey 5 knows more about Star Trek than any human being on this planet, bar none. I tell you what, he knows his shit. He has got a wonderful channel that he covers some awesome stuff with and awesome watch parties, guys. He has a wonderful community called Karoga, and it's rocking over at Bird of Prey 5. So make sure you check him out. And
Kapla. Thank you.
Kapla, brother, and Kapla to Karoga. And we've got Rambling Canuck, one half of the tag team of history with R&R. And I tell you what, him and the Admiral they're kicking ass and taking names. They are kicking ass and taking names over there. They are challenging the modern historians and calling them on their shit. No, this is the way it happened, you punk ass dumbasses. So check out Rambling Canuck and History with R&R and Admiral Oliver Franklin Doom. Thank you so much, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, and we will catch you guys later tonight for some Thanksgiving fun on 7 Kinds of Mischief.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thank you, Loki. And take her easy, guys.
Take care, all.
Goodbye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.